getting home. I've not settled down. Like, I'm still on my phone.
Mr. Tony can share his screen while the class
starts. Okay.
So the recording has started, everyone.
Hold on. Which one am I even sharing of all these screens where I get open for it? Is my screen visible?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Wait.
Put it here. Put it in this place. The last one. Hello, stop it. You know, this is what I ate. You know, this is what I will bring. Yeah, so everybody to the bed. I'm about to bring you that, man. Get to your bed now.
I guess you can log into your account, sir.
What's going on now? Anybody sharing the screen?
Sorry, I don't know how I logged out. I'm just trying to share again. Okay, so Okay, are we good?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, so what next? So Amos.
Oga Amos.
So what next? But Funke, were you able to do you have your own this thing now, your AWS account?
Yes, yes. You remember the last class now? It was mine we used.
Yeah, okay, that's sorry.
Mm.
Mr. Tony asked you to let him.
Okay, so what next now?
I guess. Have you accepted me?
No, I'm in already. Can you see my screen?
Okay. Yes.
I think your background is noisy. So what next?
When you go to your search button, just type RDP on the search button. There's no need for you to log into the platform. Just click on RDP.
RDP, okay.
Mr. Amos, your volume is low. We can't hear you.
RDP, I'm there now.
Yeah, no, go to the search button down. The search button on your Windows computer. No, you have deployed that day. I guess you deploy. Go back there again. Don't click on the interface. When you click on the RDP by your right, you see some IP addresses there. So pick the one you've used. Close that one, sir.
Can you close this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then go back to that place again. Type RDP. There's some IP addresses by your right. Under your RDP by your right.
Which one of them? This one?
Yeah, I guess. So click connect. Yes, sir. So avoid the limit of time. So avoid the limit of time. Just click on the EC2. Click on the EC2 and log into the system. And click on the instance.
Instance ID or launch instance? Which one of them?
Yeah, instance ID.
So what do I do next?
Then go to that public IP address. Copy the public IP address. Oh, sir, that it won't connect because it's stopped that day. So you have to restart it. Go to your instance. Up. Go to your instance. Instance state. Instance ID back. Instance ID back. From instance ID. Yeah. The instance state.
I can go to the RDP now, Abi.
Yeah, I can go to the RDP now. I'm trying to restart himself. Click OK, sir.
Okay, so what next now?
Then refresh the interface. Refresh the interface, sir. Refresh the interface.
Here?
The icon.
This one?
Yeah.
It's running now, so I can try it, Abi.
Now it's running now. That is a public IP.
Hello.
So click on connect. Click connect. Click OK. Click connect off. Thank you. Click on RDP client. RDP client. Then download the RDP client, please. Click on it. Copy your password from your notepad and paste it there, sir. Now, what we are doing today now is going to be DNS and DHCP.
Hold on.
DNS and DHCP.
DNX and DSC.
DNS, domain name server, and DHCP.
Okay.
Those two interfaces are very simple. All what you need to understand is DNS and DHCP, they are also server. But they are server side another server. DNS server is a server that allowed an administrator to resolve an IP address to domain name, while DHCP server is the one that broadcasts IP address to all DHCP clients dynamically. So I'll show you an example of DNX and how can we achieve that, or that how did company achieve the DNS on their local server. So locate PowerShell for me. Please go to your Windows icon and log in to PowerShell. Click on PowerShell.
What?
PowerShell. PowerShell.
Windows PowerShell.
Yes.
There are two there. Which one of them?
PowerShell. PowerShell. Only PowerShell.
Okay.
Now, what is the major work of DNX? What is the major work of DNX? DNS is just like an interface that allows you to resolve an IP address to domain name. And how is there, as in how can you achieve DNS? And what are the examples of DNS? How do they work? For you to know the major reason why they resolve IP address to domain name, because your computer understands binary numbers. And the binary numbers are what is transmitted when data is in motion to the web server. It's called authoritative server. Now, type NS lookup, sir. NS lookup. NS lookup means name server lookup. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Should I enter?
Space it, sir. Space it. Then any domain name, sir. Any domain name. You can
Just
put
like
any domain name. You can put ebay.com. ebay.com.
Okay.
Yes, enter, sir. Now, that is the work of DNS. The IP address is resolved to the name. The name is resolved to IP address. What happens is, if I say type IP address of eBay, you might not remember what to call the IP address of eBay again. But if I say type ebay.com, you understand ebay.com. It's
Yes.
something you can type. Thank you. That is why computer allowed you to interpret that IP to domain name to the use of DNS server. If you pick any of those IP address there, the first one, and paste it on your browser, it's going to redirect you to eBay site. That tells you that the IP address resolved to what? To domain name.
I even copy self. Okay, so let me just try it on another this thing.
All right.
Okay, that's true.
Okay. Now, that is the work of DNS. That is how DNS work. Companies don't type. It's a company's administrator typed IP address on the URL browser. But now, they click on the domain name URL on their shortcut key that desktop. Because the administrator has made that key shortcut. So the moment you come to work, you're only meant to click on the shortcut and the interface of the account.
The audio is not clear.
The moment you come to work, you're only meant to click on the shortcuts you have in front of your desktop. But an administrator has been doing the background work before you can even say, I want to come to work. I want to click on what I want to click on. No. The admin has done all those things from the server to the client system, from client system to IP, from IP, shortcut, everything has been done. The only is just to come and work as a staff and click, then log into URL, your username and password. That's just the only thing you need to do. Now, because the DNS is active. Now, in DNS, how can we achieve this? Well, we have 4 different types of DNS worldwide. We have 4 different types of DNS worldwide. One, we have authoritative DNS. 2, we have root DNS. Root DNS. 3,
What's the second one? Hood.
root,
Root.
ROOT.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, we have top level domain DNS. Top level domain DNS called TLD. Then 4, we have recursive DNS. Recursive.
Sorry.
All of them work for different.
I hear you.
Different things, and they work for different.
So my me, but I can't hear Amos clearly at all.
Now,
Anthony, can you hear Amos?
DNS that
It's not clear.
Huh?
The root
It's not
DNS.
clear.
Can you hear me, sir?
The audio is just going up. Like,
Can you hear me, sir?
yes.
Okay. I said the root DNS is a type of DNS that runs on a active server, in which we use internally to communicate to local computers. That one is called local root DNS. Now, authoritative DNS is a type of on your URL which allow an administrator to resolve an IP to domain name. While top level domain name is a type of DNS that research for IP to domain. You know, so if you think of a domain name to register with ICANN, then you just choose to say, okay, I want to register my domain name with hosting company, but I want to check whether the name is active. That search is as a result of what? Authoritative DNS. So we have, sorry, it's a result of recursive DNS, top level domain DNS, that is theory. But authoritative DNS is called the main server. It's the one that release the information you want to you on the network. Now, how do you configure this? Please go to that server manager. Server manager.
Where's our manager?
Server local and remote host.
Huh? Where is the server manager? Am I going back to
Yes, sir.
AWS?
Type inside that search button, type server manager there. Server manager.
Okay.
Are you there, sir?
I'm not sure it's giving me what I want to.
No, close it, close it, close it, close it, sir. Close it. Okay, click on the button, the Windows button.
Okay. The audio is not good though. The audio is not good. I won't lie.
Search now, sir. Server manager.
Huh?
Search, sir. Server manager.
Server. Server manager.
Check using server manager. Search check your search button.
I should do what?
Check the search button. It must be there.
It's not giving me what I want to.
Okay, close interface, sir. Close interface.
I should close interface. Huh?
I want to, is it Windows, is this Windows 10 or Windows Server?
Windows 10. Now, should I close this?
Yeah?
Are you saying I should close this?
No. Go back there, sir. Go back there.
Yeah?
Thank you. Yeah. Sir, click on that RDP icon. Let me see. Click on the RDP icon. That thing that looks like computer. Down your computer and down your system.
Which one? Which one?
Yes,
This one?
second to last. Second to the last. Sir, minimize this. Okay, not this one. Go out to that place. Click on it again. Thank you. This is where it's supposed to work. Now please remove that, close the PowerShell. Close the PowerShell.
Okay.
Okay, go to the Windows icon. So scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
That is the end, right?
Okay, this is the end.
Just manager must be stayed from there. Maybe this is Windows 10. Okay, sir. Let me check. Let me check the computer name. Let me click on system info. Search for system info.
Okay, sorry, Amos, please, what are we trying to achieve this evening? Because it's not even clear. All this click here, touch here.
Yes, we are trying to configure DNS and DHCP. DNS and DHCP.
Okay.
Which is DNS and DHCP server.
Okay.
So you're using Windows 10. This is not Windows Server. This is Windows 10.
Okay. Is that why I'm not seeing it?
Yes, this is Windows 10.
Okay, is it that with Windows 10 you can't see server manager or what?
Impossible. Server is different from Windows 10. Yes, they are Microsoft package, but server is like is like a complete management software. While Windows 10 is productivity software.
Okay, so what we are trying to do now won't be possible with my kind of system.
No, it can be possible. You have to go and deploy it again. That means you have to go and install Windows Server. Windows Server 2012. This is Windows 10. So I'll go back there again. Minimize the RDP. Minimize the RDP now.
So what next?
When you minimize the RDP, so go to Amazon and go and deploy another instance. You need to go and deploy another instance.
Hold on. Okay, how do I deploy another instance?
Go to your Microsoft Amazon account. Click on Chrome browser. Log in your account from Chrome browser.
This is my account already now.
Yeah. Then you have to go and deploy a new instance. That will be Microsoft Server. Go to the instance, sir. Go to the instance. Click on Launch Instance. Then scroll down. Scroll down. Then search for Windows Server. Then search for Windows Server 2022. That is what you're supposed to deploy. No, not that search, sir. Not that search. The search is close to your. Close that search. Uh-huh.
I'm not seeing any other such.
Okay, just scroll down. Scroll down. The search was just scroll down. You have to close something there, but scroll down. You soon get to the Windows Server.
This one.
Here. Yeah, base. If you have Windows 10. Just review and create. Since we explained this one last week.
Review
Just
and
review
launch.
and create. Yes.
Launch. I should launch it, Abby.
Yes, sir.
Choose the parent key.
Yes, create a key for it.
This one is okay now. I can launch, Abby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What next?
Ah. Okay, you create the private key. Have you done? So did you download the key?
No.
Yeah, went to download the key.
I go back.
Yes, go back, sir.
This one, Abby.
Yes, go there.
So how do I download
Come
the key
down.
now?
Come down. Come down. You see the OS you deploy first. Okay, this is the Windows Server. So scroll up. Scroll up, sir. Go to Action. And Security. Then get Windows password. There is wait.
I need to wait, Abby.
There's not to wait. I think you need to wait for 4 minutes. So close now. Close and go back there again, sir. Click on the instance ID and go to launch app and instance ID. Go to action and security. Get password.
I should decrypt, Abby.
Click on browse. Click on browser. Click on browse.
Okay.
Browse. There is the print. There's the key there, right?
Which one?
The A something. Okay, that
That's
was last week.
the one I used that last week. Was the same one, though.
Okay, pick it, sir. Let me use it.
I should be clicked.
Yeah, the click, sir. So you can use it, sir. So copy the key.
Which
Then
Windows
go
is
back
net 22,
to
Abi?
go back, sir. Go back to that. Go back. No. You don't need to type interface. Close this.
Trying to save the password. That's why. That's what I'm doing.
Are you saving it?
Yes. What do I need to do?
Go back to the minimize this, sir. Now close this place.
So what next?
Close. No, down. The close button down. The orange, not the thing on your Amazon is what I asked you closer.
Why am I closing?
Go back to the Amazon. It's the orange button I said you should close, which is the key.
Okay.
Thank you. Then click on the instance back. Instance ID. Now copy the public IP address. Copy the public IP. The public IP version 4. No, that is 6. 4. Okay, the 4. The 4 is right beside here.
This one.
Yeah, that's the public IP. Now,
Okay. Okay, I've done that.
Yeah, then paste the key. Paste the public IP address inside the LDP.
Where should I paste it? Yeah.
Inside the LDP button, sir. Click on LDP. Let the LDP interface come up. Type LDP.
This was coming up.
Yeah.
I should paste it here. Should I paste it
Yes,
here?
I click on it and paste the new one there.
I should connect.
Is that the IP address there? Is that the IP, sir?
This is it now. Look at it here.
Okay, yeah, connect.
Username.
Yes, administrator. The A administrator.
It's okay, Abi.
Yes, then paste your key. Connect. This is Windows Server. Here from Windows 10. So click on the search button. So you click on the icon now.
Server manager. This is what I'm still saying. So what will happen now?
Okay, so click on it now. System info. Let me see the system info. System info. And this is your understand. So you have two RDP there. Check the second one. Check the second one. You have two RDP there.
Where is the second one?
Check the second ID. You go down there. You have to close this one. Close this one. Okay.
This one? Okay.
Search now.
I'm coming. Do the same thing.
Okay. Minimize this. Minimize this. Minimize. Must be a server there. Minimize. Then minimize this interface. Now scroll down. Scroll down here. Scroll down. Windows Server. Yes, go to the server manager there. Copy the IP again, sir.
This
Okay, I
IP.
remember last. Yes. No. The public IP. Yes.
This one or this one?
Yes. No. This one. That one.
And it's copied.
Then inside this place now, type search button here. Inside your search button here.
Yeah.
RDP. Okay, click on the RDP now. Paste.
So what next?
You click on the Windows icon. That's the next thing. It's not located. There's a conflict somewhere. I get there's a conflict somewhere about the Windows server. Uh, to
I can't hear you well.
after the first second, the
What's
second
after what?
icon down.
Which one? I can't. The audio is not not good.
System info. System info.
I should click on system info.
Yeah. I want to know the OS first before we can move forward. The OS is still reading Windows 10. We can't move forward because if you check that OS name, it's still Windows 10. It's not Server Manager.
So what I did, was it supposed to change to Server Manager?
No, what you did now is supposed to be Windows Server 2022. You shouldn't bring Windows 10. Windows 10 means it's not a server.
Okay.
Okay, what we'll do is that I guess you have to erase, you have to take out those two instances and redeploy. But if you have to take out those two instances, start on redeploy.
So how do I do that now?
Then you go back to your instance, then take out the two instances. Go to the instance, take out the two of them, delete them, check the two box. Thank you. No. Action. Instance state. Thank you, sir. You terminate instance. Thank you. Okay, launch a new one now, sir. Launch a new one now. Launch a new instance.
Launch instance, Abi?
Yeah, launch a new instance. Now pick the Windows server there. Look at the search button in front of you, sir. If scroll up. Scroll up. The search button in front of you. That white one. Windows server.
This one, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Review and launch?
Yes, sir. Click on this.
Click on what? Okay, it's running now.
ID. Instance ID.
Okay.
And go to the action.
To where?
Action. Yeah.
4 minutes.
So click again. Instance ID first.
Okay, so I'll copy the ID, Abin.
Now, refresh the page, sir. Refresh the page. Refresh the page.
Okay.
Now click on the instance ID. Yeah, click on the instance ID now. Then click on connect off. Click on connect off. Go to RDP, RDP client. RDP client.
I'm there.
Then download file. Download the file, sir. Click on it.
No. Okay, so I should go to blah, blah, blah. Is it going to be different? It's still the same thing, no? Can you see?
Maybe it's from the, I guess, the data center, because it shouldn't be giving you Windows 10. How can you deploy Windows Server and be giving you Windows 10? It's not possible.
Well, this is
I
still
guess I guess it's on their server. I can't deploy Windows Server and be giving me Windows 10 from their server data center. The error is coming from. So let's go to I am, sir. Just minimize that one. I'll work on that later. Go to I am.
Right.
I am identity access management. I am. Minimize it, sir.
Now you
Minimize
go
the
back to
RDP. Minimize the RDP, sir.
I have already.
No, up.
Okay. So I should go. Where will I get to I am?
Click on all services.
Click on what?
All services. Identity, sir. Identity management or identity access management. Scroll down.
Not there. If I
Scroll
type
down
it,
gradually.
is this
Let me
it?
see, sir. Yes, I am. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Click on user. Thank you. Thank you.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm on user now. What else? What next?
Yes, you click on add user. Add user up. Now let me explain what I am is all about to you. Let me explain what I am is all about to you. In AWS identity or access management, that I am, that is, we call it identity access management. I means identity, A means access, while M means management. Is the one that provide or fine-grained access control across all the AWS. It's like he allowed you to create an active directory, or he allowed you to create what we call a username, a group, and an administrative unit on the cloud computing. I want to have a staff. I want to have maybe a group of people. Then I need to create a username of my staffs. I need to create a group for my staff, because what if they belong to different departments and they're not the same department? And definitely I need to have different users in different departments. So how do you create the users, or how do you create the group when it comes to what, to identity access management? Now you need to create a user. The name of the user, sir. Give the user any name, please, inside that place.
Wait, sorry. Okay.
Is that the name, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Add another person again.
Okay.
Thank you. Password. Click on password, AWS management console access. Check the box down, the box down, the second box. Thank you, sir. The next permission. Now add a group, create a group, sir. Create a group. Is that the group? Now, when you create a group, you have to make sure, when you create the group, you have to make sure that each group have what we call a role you want them to perform. Which role do you want the group to perform inside that policy environment? Is it administrative access, or is it administrative access for the other one, or you want it as analyst for business, this and that? So the role you wanted to give them will determine what you want the staff to do. So you can only check, you can read more on it. It's just like the way it is in Azure, when they ask you, okay, what is the identity role or the role you want to give to a staff to do? Some people were being given application administrator, people were given administrator for the end user, some people were being given administrator for the database. So depend on the role you want them to have. Give them administrator access. Check the first one. Then click create group, sir. I have created a group now. Create group down. Thank you, sir. Now next tag.
Okay.
Now it says I am
I am tags are key values here you can add to your users. Tags can include users information such as an email address, or you can what describe, or can be descriptive such as job and everything. So which role did you want to give to him inside that tag? Is it his email you want to put there, or you just want to give him a descriptive? You can give the person maybe system admin or IT manager or this manager. So inside that tag,
Okay.
thickness, sir.
Next review, Abby.
Yeah, necessary. These are all what you have configured. And click next to create the user. And users has been created. These are the two guys that have been created now. Okay.
Okay, so these are to create a role for someone.
Yes, sir.
So this part is more like an administrative function now, Abby. This part we are learning,
Yeah.
like an administrative role.
Yes. But this interface it means how can you create a users in a cloud computing environment. So
Okay.
most times you need to have multiple numbers of users that you want to use in an organization and you want them to work remotely. So it's just as if they don't want to call it directory. It should be called directory because directory means creating username and computers, or creating users and group, creating organization unit and users with group. Or they did not call their own directory, they call their own IAM. Okay.
Okay. So let's say if someone just joined an organization now, this is how they create a role for the person.
Yeah, they create a role for him. You can create the same role too inside that server. That's why I was trying to install a server, but I guess their issue is from their data center. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Now go back, sir. Go back from here. I don't need this database again. You can click on close, sir. Close down. Thank you. Now you can give policy if you want. You can create group if you want. They can change the policy if you want. It depends on what you want to do.
There's a serious problem with this audio.
So anytime they ask you to create a user, so this is the area where you're going to try to create a user for inside what the AWS. Okay, now let me check back up there. Upside that search button up, the search button up.
Okay.
Not here, not there. The search button up, that's search inside that black interface.
Okay.
Yeah, let me check for storage. You will call it X3. 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 Thank you.
This one.
Yeah, X3. So in that area now, you have to create a bucket, sir. Create a bucket.
Okay. Can't hear you.
Okay. General configuration, then your bucket name, sir. When you say a bucket means an interface like call a backup, where you can keep all your resources. Maybe you have a document in your system that you want to use. Maybe you don't have a document that you want to deploy to the cloud, like a storage account. So where can you store all your files? Where can you store all your software? So you have to store them inside a bucket. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So what do I do now? Create a bucket name.
And in case they ask you that what is the full meaning of that X3, the X3 means the simple storage services. So the X3 means simple storage services. So in case they ask you.
Simple storage services. Okay.
Thank you. Now your bucket name, sir. What's the name of the bucket? I can send my first backup. Anyone? And which data center do you want to back up to? Is Europe, London.
It's okay like this. I'm fine with this one.
Okay.
What next?
Now choose the bucket. The bucket.
There's no buckets in this region. Huh?
You have no bucket, sir. No bucket inside. Yeah. Bucket, yes. So close. Okay. You want to change the interface.
I should change the region.
Leave it on that. No. Leave it on that west.
Huh?
Thank you. Scroll down, sir. Scroll down.
How far down?
Down until you get to where the next thing is. Thank you. We are asking you some questions. If you have encryption, then you enable your server-side encryption. If you don't have, then you allow it. So click next, sir.
That's create bucket.
Yes, click bucket. That means your bucket name is a bucket name must be unique and must contain space. Thank you. And after creating the bucket name, then you click on the bucket name, sir. Click on the bucket name. Click on the bucket name. That is Tony Frontier AWS bucket. Thank you. Then you upload anything there. Upload anything on your bucket.
What am I uploading?
You upload from your system. Anything you want to upload to the cloud. Add folder or add file, anyone. This file you want to add, you add file. This folder, add folder.
I should just upload, Abby.
Upload,
Huh?
click on upload. Now. And yeah, load it now. If you open that to the phone care now, the file is inside. Open that to the phone care. Okay.
Okay. Just download it, Abi.
That's the file inside now.
Where's the
If you
file?
want to access the file bar, let's add now to go outside.
Okay, I'll download it here.
Yeah, you should download it now. Download it.
Okay, fine.
So that is the way you need to create your backup.
Okay, so just to store
Computer-
anything you want to store, Abi.
Yes, anything you want to store on cloud, you can be allocating and deallocating.
Okay, so is that all for this S3?
So can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you know, the audio is not okay at all. I won't lie. Okay, that's
Sorry,
all for this, Abi.
I can barely pick anything, but it's okay. Maybe when we listen to the recording, it will be better. I don't know. Like
So,
now,
sir,
you just said something,
go
and
back
like,
to the sir. So go back to the you have to go back to the EC2. So let's go and check what the problem is. Let's read the 2019 now. Let's be 2022 and let's see allow us to so that means server that 2022 server that has an issue. So click on that instance running. Then go to instance, launch instance. So click on get into our 2019. Server 2019.
Windows Server 2019.
Yeah.
Which one of them? This one?
2019 B.
Yeah. Create a key there. No, create a key. Up the up one. You create a new key. Then just then download the
Download,
key.
Abi.
Yeah. After downloading, then go down. Go down, you will see create a launch.
I should do what?
Again, there's something down. Or review. You click on the ID, sir. The ID go to the action, go to security, check that you can launch the feature. On action.
More your time. I don't understand. Why is it not downloading? Okay.
Download. Go to browse.
So,
Download. Click on download. Click on download. Click on download. Inside you. Yes, inside. Download. And you open.
yes, I am. Can you excuse me, please?
So, close the interface now. ID. On the ID. Go to connect.
You say.
Don't understand. Okay, sir. Click on partial. Click on partial.
Click on what?
Click on Windows icon. Go to partial. Let me use description language.
What?
Partial. Look at that system info.exe.
System what?
System info.exe.
Hello, Tony.
Yeah.
Is it me? I can't hear anybody again. Hello?
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you back.
Amos, are you there?
Yeah.
Tony, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes, I can hear you.
Mr. Amos?
I can
Are you
hear
guys
you, man. I
there?
can hear you.
That's why you there. Can you hear anybody? Hello?
Hello, man. We can hear you, man. I guess you log out and log in back again. So please go off. Go off. Go off.
Hold on. Okay.
They keep bringing Windows 10. They not give me Windows Server. You check the OS up. That is the host name. After the host name, the operating version, that is operating system is Windows 10. And as far as Windows 10, the 10 can't work for what we want to do. I guess it's a server that is giving us some kind of issue.
And maybe we have to do something else since it's not working out.
Yeah, sure. So minimize it. Minimize it.
Actually, what?
Minimize it. Minimize the RDP. Minimize the RDP, sir. No. Let's assume you were given an OS and they want you to work on Linux operating system. And they said, can you run on Linux operating system on AWS? Because Linux comes in command interface. So how do you run Linux on OS on AWS? You can't say it's only Windows I know how to deploy. You must not deploy other computers or other operating systems. Linux can be Ubuntu, it can be Debian, irrespective of any Linux operating system. So how can you deploy Linux to your system, or how can you deploy Linux, or how can you make use of Linux on your system under EC2? Now, go to instance, sir. Go to instance. Under instance, you pick either Ubuntu or Debian, Debian 11.
Either what?
Launch new instance, launch instance, launch instance. Pick Debian or Ubuntu, Debian 11 or 10. That is Debian. That is it, Debian. Click launch, sir. Launch. Then create a password for you, sir.
Hey, all these skills, me, I know I will forget.
You can create the same password for them.
The same password.
To just bring it down. And no, it generates different encryption keys.
When you just understand the encryption key, for Learn now you have interface for it. Learn should not ask you for key later because I will only put a key that you can understand to it. Okay. Now the way you run Windows is not the way you run Linux. Linux work with SSH. But before you can use Linux on cloud, the software you are going to download from me, sir. Download Putty. Download Putty,
Huh?
sir. Download a software for me. Open another tab. Up. Download Putty. Putty.
KU.
Putty.
P for port.
Okay, put it.
Now, put it download, sir. The first one.
This one.
Yeah. Then click here. Thank you. Now the first one, sir. The first one.
This one.
Yeah. Okay. Now go back to your LearnAWS, sir. Before LearnAWS can work on cloud, you need to get the signature. Signature is what is going to allow it to run on the cloud remotely. No, not this one. Not this one. This one is RDP. I don't need this one, sir. Thank you. I mean the second interface. That's Amazon interface. EC2. Thank you, sir. Click on your instance, sir. For LearnAWS. Check the OS, sir. It's LearnAWS. Check the OS. Confirm the OS down. Go down to confirm the OS, sir. Yeah, it's Debian. It's Debian. So scroll up, sir. So as how do you work with this? Go and run your putty, sir. Run your putty. After downloading, run the putty, sir. Run the putty. Click next. 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 Install. Thank you, sir. First, after installing it, the first thing you need to click on is putty gene. Finish. Thank you, sir. So close this one. Close it. Close it. Close this white one. Okay, sir. On your search button now, type putty gene. Just type putty, then you see putty gene. Just click on putty gene. Search button. Click on load. Load. Thank you. When you download it, click on download.
So it should be in files.
Then click on all files. Come down, sir. I mean your right hand side there, as if you are going to open the file. You should call a box there. Down. No, down. Okay, click on it, all files. Thank you. No. Second one.
This one.
Thank you. Yeah. Then click on open. Say okay. Now put your password there. Your key pass. Now that is your password. If that signature is not generated for security, you will not allow you to connect. So that signature must be generated.
Where is the key pass now?
No, put your key pass now. Put a new key pass. I mean a password to log in now.
Okay. I'm the one creating the password, Abi.
Yes.
So what's next?
Then you go to save private key. Save private.
Have you saved it, sir?
Have you saved the password?
Okay.
Okay. You click on save private key, sir.
Yes.
Then close it. Go to search button and type putty. You see putty app, putty app. Click on putty, search button. Down. Just type putty. Not that is just a head. Thank you. So after you click on this interface, go back to the Amazon, sir. Go back to Amazon. Go back to Amazon, sir. Thank you. Click on refresh the page. Refresh the page, sir. Then click on connect. Under connect, you go to SSH client. SSH client. Then when you get to SSH client, sir, help me to mark. Scroll down, sir. Scroll down. Scroll down. Sir, help me to take it from that admin at something to the end. Admin at. Just copy it. Admin at something to the end. So that's what you paste on that interface inside your putty.
Yeah.
Then you now go to SSH. That SSH close to you. There, no, beside you, yes, sir. Beside you, yeah. No. Come down a little bit. Come down. Come down. By your left. By your left. You see SSH inside that place. Expand it. Expand, sir. Click on the box. Click that plus box.
Which one? Which one? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I just heard you now.
Yeah, I
Can't hear you again.
yes. So click on that is OUTH. OUTH. Click on it.
O-U-T-H or
OUTH.
A-U-T-H?
AUAUAH. That is authentication.
Okay. So what next?
Hello?
Your audio is not okay at all. I will not lie. It's breaking.
Sir, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I say AUTH. AUTH.
Yes, this is it now.
No, just click on it. Just click on that AUT. Don't expand it.
Okay.
Just double click on it. Then go to browse. Then you see that putty pass. That thing that look the first one. Pass key face. Thank you. Open. Click on open. Click on open. Thank you. Then accept it. And that is your key. That's the Linux. Put your password, sir. That password has to be there. Put the password now. It won't type. Is encrypted. It will just enter after you're done with typing. Now, this is the Linux you are talking about. This is Linux interface. So Linux has its own command interface, but this is how Linux is going to display. Linux is not going to display as if you need to put this and that, or you show that like a user interface or a graphical interface. Linux is a command line interface, so it's not a GUI interface that you need to see in the interface or that. Yes, it has GUI, but the one on cloud is more of CLI. So just sudo sudo. Space su space su. Space su space enter. Now you're on the root user. The first account, which is $, is always called a user. So when you now move to hashtag, it's called a root user. You can perform the entire administrative. Now we are just to use of but in line use if config. Use if configure. If config, if config. Config.
I should type that.
Type, yes, sir. if config to check your IP address. Enter. Now that is your IP address inside that place. That 172.31.33.76 is your IP address for your Linux. So this is what we call Linux interface. Now let's assume you want to do Python on Linux. You want to do Python on Linux, just type apt. Type apt now. Type apt. pt.
ADT or AGT?
APT, AP for pineapple.
APT.
Yeah.
Can I hear you again now?
Now.
Are you there?
Want to change over?
When you want to show or when you want to install anything in Linux, the moment you type apt space put install space install, then space again, then put Python 3 together, Python 3 type together Python 3 and enter.
Hello, hello, Amos. I thought Python doesn't come with Linux
Yes,
originally. It doesn't come
no,
with it, Abi.
it always come with it. Pre-install. You always come pre-install. So sir, it said it has been installed. The Python is already installed on the newest version of this OS. So what you just need to
Exactly.
do is just type Python 3 there.
Uh-huh.
I should put Python 3
Just
here.
type
I thought as much.
and just type Python 3. Yeah, Python 3. Enter.
Mhm.
Now you're on Linux, you're on Python interface. So this is Python now. So when you type 2 plus 2, it will give you the answer. 3 plus 3, it will give you the answer. Plus 4, you have your answer there. So now you can work with Python on Linux.
Yeah, but what are we now doing with Python? We've not worked with Python on Linux before now, so is it 2 plus 2 we're doing on it?
Now just an example of it. Now just an example of it. That is fine.
Okay, teach us this thing, Ejo. So my work.
Uh, the area of the Python is like another section entirely. It's like you have
All what you've
another
been
developer
saying for
section.
yourself is
So
not.
you can
When I saw you in putting on this Python, would you Michelle learning? Because this is kind of what me I'm interested in. And you now just say 2 plus.
okay, that will be for that class. That will be for that class. But so you can your inside your Python side Linux, or you can run the Python on your that Windows server. You can have the GUI interface there. Python have IDE, which is called PyCharm. So you can use your IDE for it, or you use the pure Python to work. So most times we have Python to Django and Python Flask. The Django is made up of the back end, while Flask is always more about the front end. So, but a lot of things you can do with Linux is not only for Python alone. This Linux can be used to. This Linux can be used for hacking. Linux can be used for a lot of things, but the one on cloud is empty. So those software are not there. So you need to start installing those software one
Mm.
after the other.
Okay.
So
Wait, this is not. I had to move this thing out now. This is not.
so
Yeah.
let's assume now that you want to install. Go back to that place. Go back to that place.
No, if you can teach us this Linux, I'll be very happy. At least knowing some basic commands.
So there now just type exit. Type exit. Type exit.
Hold on,
Exit.
I'll come in.
Okay.
Am I?
Exit.
Hold on, please. I'm trying to do something.
Oh.
Exit. Okay. That's Bobby. That's all. I've typed exit now.
Enter. You type exit. Enter.
I've done that. See what came up.
Okay. Okay, that means you have to run your Linux again. Then type come in. Press Ctrl D, sir, or press Ctrl C.
Ctrl C.
Or Ctrl D.
Hold on. Ctrl D.
Ctrl D. Yeah, thank you. Now, what you're going to do here is, this is like a root interface. Okay, let's assume I want to run a command called whois. Whois is like an hosting company that hosts domain, that hosts or that register your domain for you. So, but let me say there's a domain that I have, and I want to gather an information about the domain. So can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I was trying to print something, so I had to mute myself.
Just empty space store space WHOIS WHOIS.
What should I do?
So type apt space install space WHOIS WHOIS.
Hold on, please. Where should I type that?
On LearnAWS, sir. On LearnAWS.
App does what?
apt space install or something, any tools you want to install. apt space install space WHOIS WHOIS. Enter. It's not app, apt, apt, apt.
Can you see?
Yeah, it says it is referred to as another package. That means for you to run WHOIS now, it's not available on your main computer. It's available on another computer. That is another package. So to run this now, it has to be through the GitHub. So GitHub will be the one to give you an interface to it. So maybe I should fix that one to tomorrow class, so that you can digest all these ones already.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
So how do I exit now? Just click exit, Abby.
And just click exit, just close it, everything. But make sure you go and stop. You have to go and stop the
So
instance.
please, let's
The
stop
way you
it.
stop it that day.
Wait, let's
Yeah,
stop.
the way you stop it that day. So just close it. Just close it off. Just close the interface off.
Okay.
That's that.
So how do I stop it again? Sorry.
Then go to instance. Under instance, then click on the instance. Click on any of the instances you want to stop. Then you go to instance state, stop. Yeah. Then you have to stop the second one too. All right, sir.
So is that all?
Yeah, that is all. That is all.
But why else did you do that apart from stopping? Was it only stopping?
Yeah, just only stopping. But when you are not using again, they will now eliminate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello?
All right.
Amos, thank
Hello,
you.
ma.
Bye-bye. I wanted to
All right,
ask. Oh, sorry. I thought you couldn't hear me. I wanted to ask, for example, now, if in this AWS server that we have,
okay.
like for example, maybe tomorrow, maybe we can look at things around where you can get logs, where you can get like from a security standpoint, like what
Okay.
can you get
Okay. Okay.
What when you're auditing like an AWS server, what are the things that you look for? I also like to see things like that. If you don't,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, sir. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone. Thank you. Mr. Dotun. Mr. Dotun. Adedotu. Mr. Adedotu. This is well. Thank you, Mr. Tony. Good night.